Welcome to the Listening Heart Podcast,
where we take a moment to truly listen, explore, and connect with the stories and experiences that matter most.
We're your hosts, Brian and Summer Smith.
So wherever you are, take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's begin this journey of listening and discovery together. Hello.
Good evening.
Oh, I have to watch my voice.
That's right.
Told I've been loud.
Happy Saturday. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Listening Heart Show. We are your host, Brian. This is Summer.
Hi.
And we're the Smiths.
Yes.
This episode, it could go a lot of ways, but it's going to be a very special episode of it's the still getting to know us episode. Last week we had our parents. We got through that. This week is about
we didn't get kicked off.
We didn't get kicked off, and no one said nothing to get us kicked off.
Yes.
This week is more of how we started dating, and eventually how we ended up almost 4 years into it.
Yes, almost 4 years. So we have a special guest with us today, and we're going to introduce her right now. This is the wonderful, incomparable Cherie Holmes Leverett. Woo! The one and only. This is my cousin, our cousin. She is my mentor. I am named after her.
No, not the mentor.
Yes, she is. Okay,
she really is. Yeah,
she is.
Yes,
I know.
Like Summer said, she's our one of our mentors that we have in our life. Is just she's very inspirational to both of us. So to have her on our show, we really truly appreciate it.
Yes, yes. We're honored that she agreed. And it wasn't even like, like she didn't have to think about it. She's like, yes.
Yeah, I'll be on.
I don't even know why you want me on here. But
I still don't.
Probably still don't. Yeah, probably like, why am I here?
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Right.
So we want to, I mean, Cherie has been in my life forever, since I was born, I am, today I realize I am 47 years old.
48.
No, I'm not 48. I will be 48 in October.
Okay.
That's what we discussed. We had about a 30-minute conversation. We had to use the calculator and everything. I am 47. Okay. I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year.
Like the little kids say 47 and a half. Or
right. 47 and a half.
Quarters.
Yes. And we're not going to reveal Cherie's age, but she's older.
I'm 62. I'll be 63 this year. Honey, I'm thankful for my age.
Yes.
And my senior citizen discount. Thank you very much. What you talking about? I could have been long gone, but I'm here. So no.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I'm trying to get to Sarah's age.
You said, right. Yes. So she 127.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Okay. All right, yes, and the Lord knows I need you, so He's, you got to be around.
And I need you. I need you to help me. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Said I couldn't give her back, so that's what.
That's right. No take back.
No take back. Yeah. No give backs.
You can't.
From the start.
I said that from the start, Brian.
Yes, you did.
She's yours.
Yes, that's exactly.
We don't take her back.
Exactly.
Yep, you did say that.
Mhm.
You
No
were
matter
stuck.
how many times you
What you
ask
saying?
me, I
What was
I
that
say
said
it.
you're
last?
stuck.
That's a good word of saying it. It's a good way of saying that. I'm stuck
No,
in
no,
love.
they,
Stuck in love.
Yes, stuck
yeah, like
in
drunk
love.
in love. Okay, I, I,
Ah. Well, Cherie has, like I said, she has been in my life forever, as long as I can remember. And well, of course.
oh yes, yes. I
Yes,
remember you before you came, and then
yes,
when you were
yes,
here. Yes,
exactly.
yes, yes.
And I have been through a lot in my short life so far. And you have been there through everything, through the highs, the lows. Um, we laugh all the time.
We
Uh,
do.
yes, we laugh all the time. So, I have a lot of laugh lines. I'm blaming it on Cherie.
Okay. These are from summer. Yes, yes.
Right, right.
When I
So,
least expect it, she makes me laugh.
so she
That's very
knows
true.
what I went through and what I've been through.
Of dating.
Before I met, dating, relationships, motherhood, being a
Uh-huh.
daughter, like, she just knows everything, everything. And
I know where all the bodies are.
yes, yes, she does.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
Yes, she does.
Oh, Jesus.
she
So
said, "Oh, Jesus."
when I guess we can start off when, like, before we met, or like as we met, right?
Yeah. You mean on the dating site?
Yeah. So we met during COVID.
Hmm.
Yeah, yep, you did.
A time. Oh, wait, before we do that.
Okay.
So I said who Cherie was to me. Who is she to you?
She's been a spiritual and basically someone I can turn to when I'm actually going through a lot more than I can talk to probably you. I've talked to her
Mm.
about some things and revealed some stuff to her, and she's like, "I know that. I knew that before you came to me." I'm like, "Really?" Because ain't nobody else knew that except me. Uh,
Mhm.
I know
It's
one
true.
time it was a prayer. It was something I had in my head, and I had talked to you about it, and you had brought it to me, and I'm like, "There's no way would have known that because the only person that knew that was God." So I come to you when I'm like, I really going through something. So uh,
Mhm.
just like Summer said, you've been really a guidance to not just her, but for me as well. So, like I said, I really appreciate
Oh, oh, thank you. God bless you for that. Hmm.
So
Wow,
I said
that's deep.
who Cherie is to me. You said who Cherie is to you.
who
Now,
is
who is
Cherie?
Cherie to Cherie?
Who is Cherie to Cherie?
God only knows. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm 62 years old. I know that I'm a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, um, and definitely a child of God, just a woman of faith. So I like to think that I'm a good friend, a good neighbor as well. And I'm also a procrastinator. I don't like to wash dishes. Um, you know, I know that I was meant to have a butler and a maid, but I don't know why that hasn't transpired yet. But, I think I'm a creative person. I love beauty. I love to help people. Um, I'm a person of the world. I like to embrace new, exciting things, but I truly love my family, my friends, and that's what brings me joy. Yeah, I guess that's who I am.
Oh, I would have to agree with
I
all
would
of those
I would
things.
agree with all those, and you share a lot of those
Mhm.
qualities too.
I know, I do.
Absolutely.
I was thinking it.
I
I
mean-
was as you were saying that. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Check. That's me. Check.
I will still
Check.
Don't like washing the dishes. Check. Wish you had a butler made.
Heck
Check.
yeah.
Check.
I mean,
Check.
I do
Check.
too.
Check.
So it's
Right, right.
we all do.
Maybe it has to do with the fact that we were both born in October
Mm.
and that she was named after me.
That's probably it. What do you say? You said that the cousins are the closest to you. What do you say that?
They are, other than a sibling, in terms of a bloodline, a cousin is the closest relative that you can have.
Mhm.
And so, yes, we're cousins, but we're like sisters.
Mm.
And our fathers were brothers, but they were like twins, just born different years. You know, some twins are born different days. So
Mhm.
but they were just born different years.
Right. What, 12
And
years apart, but on the same day.
on the same day, and they both had two daughters and a son. They just had
Mhm.
very similar personalities, and so it would make sense that they had two daughters that were similar. I mean, some similarities, not not all. We're very similar. We are just like
I'm a little crazier and a little maybe off, you know.
well, I'm off too, and I'm crazy too. We're just wacky and whimsical
Yes.
in a
Yes.
positive way. We don't mean harm, but we do it. You know,
Right. Yeah.
we don't mean to hurt you, but we gonna get you, and we not trying to. Just,
Right.
you know. So
Right.
yeah, but I think in Brian, Summer found the perfect partner. I mean, it was like tailor made, God sent to Summer. So I can't see her like it. To me, it's just really unique that you have that picture behind you, because I remember when your dad painted that picture. But
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, it's the merging of the families. But Brian is perfect for Summer.
It's funny you talk about the love between your family, the cousins, because that's one of the things that when we first got together, I struggled with because my family is not as close as you guys are. So
Mm,
when I was involved around you guys, I was mostly when I'm quiet, like,
mhm,
that's my nature is to be quiet. But
mhm.
most of the time I'm quiet because I'm in amazement of like, you know, families do this, y'all hang out, y'all, my family's just not like that. When if we get together, it is because something has actually happened,
Mm.
or it is but you guys, let's get together on a Saturday. I'm like, why? You know,
Did somebody die? Is it
yeah,
a
like
Right.
for what? I
holiday?
mean, and
No.
y'all want to hang
What?
out for hours? No, y'all can go.
Nobody wants to go home? Like
Yeah,
what?
Right.
nobody wants to. Y'all want to stay over here for all night? No, 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 no. I'm good. I'd rather go home. So that's one thing. Even as we're married now, I'm still learning. It's still a
Yeah.
learning process for me.
Yeah.
So,
It
like I said,
was just second nature for us. I mean, to be at one of our family members' home on a weekend, it's nothing planned. It just happens. But I will say that we love spending time together. We
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
enjoy it. And it's just the way it is. Yeah,
I'm still learning.
yeah.
I'm still
Oh, Brian, come
adjusting to that.
on. You like spending time with us, don't you?
Yes,
Okay,
it's just like I
because
said.
we'll pull you in. It's like the mob.
Right.
We got you now. And there
Right.
are many who have divorced, but they're,
Still
well,
around.
your show last week. I mean, there aren't a lot of people who would have a podcast with their biological mother and their stepmother, and it wasn't about the trauma. Because on any given Sunday, I live in San Antonio, Texas, so I don't live in Kansas City with you guys, but on any Sunday or any weekend that I would be in town when Summer's dad was still alive, I knew, okay, I could go by there on Sunday. Sunday dinner is happening, and there sits her biological mother and her stepmother in the same room. It's not unusual, and that happens still in our family. We just, if you family, you in, dude. You can't,
can't get away.
Try to leave. See what happened.
Can't get away.
What happened. I know where your mama live.
Right. Oh, you sure do.
You sure do. I can't even say that. Yeah, you really do know where she lives.
Because I was like, I need to meet your mother. If you're marrying my cousin, I need to meet your mama.
Right. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Because that, yes. So let's start. So Brian and I, we met during COVID. And we met.
Wait. I asked you this. You want me to be honest with my answers? You want me to make some good stuff up?
No, be honest.
Okay.
Be honest. Yes. Because you know, hey, this is
okay.
You know.
Okay.
We here now.
Yeah.
So whatever I said, it didn't matter because we're here now.
And you can tell that Summer and I are cousins because, see, we both had big foreheads.
Right there. Woo.
We got 5 heads, 6 heads.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Yes.
5 heads.
Ooh, Lord, have mercy. Okay.
So we met on, can we say the name of it?
Yeah.
Match.com. We met on Match.com.
It was Match? I didn't know it was Match.
Yeah, it was Match.com. Now listen, I was on another website before that. It was a free one.
Don't say that one then.
Yeah, don't get on that one.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Okay. For anybody who is dating and is wondering which site to get on, do not get on the free ones. I would suggest not to, because I think that it's probably has more people on there who just want to flirt around than people who are serious. Because if you're serious, you're gonna pay for this service, for to be matched up and fill out all of these things. And so, like I said, I started on this other free one. I got too many crazy people, and so then I went on Match.com. And
so why did you go on Match.com? What did you just want to date? Why?
Yeah, what are you looking for on Match.com?
You know what? Actually, so I was on the free one, and I think
why was you on the free one? Because you just said the free one is for people who are not really looking for it.
No, because I didn't know. I didn't know, and I didn't.
Just kidding.
I didn't know. Like I'm old school, so I tried to just go out here. I have some really good friends who would let me be with them. That was another thing that I really loved. So I have a couple, and they would invite me out, like to like if they went out to eat or went to the movies. And it wasn't like I was a third wheel, because they're a couple, and it was just fun. I mean, you know what I mean? It wasn't, they invited me, so I didn't feel like a third wheel, and they didn't make me feel like a third wheel.
Okay. Yeah. Say that.
Yeah. So, and so it wasn't like I was like, hey, let me stay with you. No, they would be like, hey, we're going out to eat. You want to come with us? Or we're going to this comedy club. Do you want to come with us? Mm-hmm. And I just think that was a blessing for me, because especially like Keon had just left to go to college. And so I was basically like what is it? Empty nester. I was an empty nester and trying to figure out my life, and I think they were concerned about me being alone, and and so I would fix myself up, and I'm like, okay, we're going out, so I'm trying to look. I see somebody I might like, and I'm like trying to attract them with the
But what? What do you know? What are you saying with the?
Well, I'm trying to like look at them, you know, or walk past. I might just go to the restroom, you know, kind of go to the restroom, see if they, you know, because I wanted a man to say, "Hey,
see me, look at me."
Well, I wanted the
love
man,
me.
Well, I wanted the man to come to me and be like, "Hey, can I get your number? You know, I saw you over there. You seem interesting. I want to get to know you." But like, nobody was doing that. I don't know if they do that now, but they just weren't doing that. And I'm just like,
girl's tripping.
What? You know, what's wrong with these men?
Why is she walking around?
Oh, it was the men. Okay.
Yeah, what's wrong with these men? Like, why don't they, you know, because I didn't want to be forward. You know, I didn't want to say, like, if I saw someone.
Why is she doing all that?
You got up and doing all that. I was trying to be forward.
I would talk to her, but she tripping. Why is she moving?
It could have been me. It could have been me because I don't know how to do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
I think she's trying to flirt, but she might got some issues or something.
Oh, I gotta go.
That could have been. I think
that's what it was.
Okay. That could have been. So that wasn't working for me. So then I was like, there was a period of time that I was off of the free site. And then I was like, you know what? And I talked to the Lord. I said, Lord, I said, this online, you know, it's all this kind of crazy stuff that's going on. I was like, when I was on the other end, I was like, you know, it was just crazy people. I said, but I'm going to give it one last try. I was like, Lord, so I'm going to pay this 3 months. I said, it's 3 months. And if I don't find nobody in 3 months, then I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm just go. And I think I had already before that, a while before that, I think I told you, Cherie, I was like, you know, I just accept that, you know, I might not have anybody. I might be the auntie with the cat, you know, just with no one. And so what I had to do was to.
But what did I say to you? Do you remember what I said to you? Is that what you?
Yeah, you said, is that where your faith is? She was like, I have faith that you will have someone, and you know that someone, you know that God has someone for you, and
that's what you want. I'm like, if that's what I can't be wanting something more for you than what you're wanting.
Right. But I think it was. We discussed this too. I didn't have a good picker. Because it seemed like everyone I picked was not right for me.
That's true.
And so I had to come to the realization like, okay, Lord, I'm doing this picking and they're not right. So I need you to pick this person. You know, if you don't want me to have anyone, then I just won't have anyone. I want whatever you want from me, Lord.
And can I eat cashews on your show? Is that okay?
Yes, you can. Yes, yes. If you have something to share.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I had to come to the realization that I think it was more of like a surrender sort of thing too. Like, you know, Lord, I surrender what I want, because I also was like, okay, I'm in my mind, he's gonna be tall, he's gonna be, you know, have, you know, this kind of money, he's gonna be, you know, all these kind of things. Like I had a list, okay? I had a list.
Can I interject on a time that I remember experiencing that?
Yes. Yes.
This was just before you met Brian. And we were in New York.
Okay.
We were at this spot and this guy walks in, and clearly he was like probably a model, very tall. All the women, you know, they're like, whoa, he was dressed to the hilts, just to the, I mean, he just looked like he had everything going on, polished, everything. Summer's like,
I don't even remember this.
And she was just, I said, well, what? What do you? And she was like, I can't. I said, oh, so you think you okay? I said, wow. She sets, and I have nothing against setting your sights, but he just didn't look like he was gonna be her type. And I was like, okay, I'm not saying, when I say that, anybody can love anybody.
Right.
But, he just looked like a superficial, I'm fly kind of guy. But Summer is a absolutely positive thinking, and she don't see
No wrong.
anybody is somebody she can't have. So her walking, it didn't matter who it was. Look, they see me. So Brian, you lucky she picked you.
Oh,
She like she can have
anybody
that's
she
Obama.
want.
Like I don't care if Michelle standing right there when Obama see me.
I'm gonna get that man.
Just exactly like I said. Oh, okay. So you thinking she was like, I said, she's okay. She sets her standards very high. And I'm saying that to say, Brian, for her to pick you, this is a woman who had very high standards. So you had to meet the expectation of somebody who believed and still believes I can have whoever I want. And she chose
Me.
you.
Wow,
Yep.
thanks.
Yeah.
You should feel special.
I should feel special.
So where were we in the story? So
How
okay.
long is the show? Cause okay.
It's the hour. Okay.
Oh.
So right. So what was that? So okay, so I went on Match.com and I put up a profile. I'm like, why is nobody, why is nobody, giving me, I'm not getting nothing. What is going on?
It's like walking to the bathroom and nobody's biting.
Right. I was like, this is crazy. Because I look good. I put my good pictures up.
When did you put your start your site?
I started.
So we started talking in March. So when did you actually put your profile up?
I think it was like February. End of February or beginning of March.
February or the beginning of March.
Yeah.
We were in New York at the beginning
in February.
of February.
Yeah. Yep. So it was after that.
Wow.
Yeah. So so then my cousin Mishi,
my sister.
Yes. I can't remember if I asked Mishi to help me or if she looked at it and was like, ooh.
That's what happened.
She looked at it.
I don't know what's happening. And she said, well, let me see your site, Summer. And she went, oh, girl.
I can't remember what I had on there. Oh, so that's what I was trying to find. I was looking through my my phone when I was trying to look for some pictures, and I found like our back and forth, but I can't remember. Like now, of course, I can't find it, which is just crazy. And I had my what I had on there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Add.
And you only have 30 minutes left on the show.
I know.
Okay, so
I just want to pull it up.
I know that you had the wrong type of everything, what you were wanting, and just all the everything was off. And so, my dear sister Mishi, shout out to Mishi.
Yeah, shout out to Mishi.
She was like, "No, Summer, no, we need to fix this. You are not saying the right things." And she fixed your what is it, profile?
Yeah, she fixed my pictures. Like she was like, no, put this picture on there, put that picture on there. So and then she changed. I think she like worded like what I said differently.
Definitely did that. Definitely did
Yes,
that.
she did that. And
Yeah.
as soon as she did that, I looked and I had a little heart because on Match.com, I think it was like you could send a heart or something like that.
Mhm.
So I sent a heart. Or no, you sent a heart. And then I looked at his profile and he said 5'4". And then he said he wanted kids. So I was like, oh no. I don't want no more kids. I was like, and he's 5'4". Oh no. Nope. I need somebody taller. Then I looked at his age or something like that. I said, "Oh no, he's too young. He's too young." And I told Cherie,
Oh my God.
"What'd you
So
say?"
she says, this one guy, I got this hit or whatever you call it,
Yeah,
and he loves God. I was like, what? That's what you want? Yes, and he loves family, and I mean, he wants to have a kid, but girl, I can't. I can't. I said, what's wrong? He is too young. Oh
Too
my God.
young.
He's
Wow.
too young. I said, he's
Too
too
young.
young. She said,
1 year
God. Oh my God. He's just too young. And I was like, oh Lord. She
younger.
she trying to date some 20-year-old. It's she oh Lord, she gonna get in
She's a
trouble. Some
cougar.
kid. How
Mm.
he gotta be like 21 or 18. Oh my God. I said, Summer,
So,
how old is he? And she told me, and I said, when's his birthday? She said, in June. I said, June? Yeah. I said, your birthday's in October? Yeah. I said, for 6 months, y'all the same age. What are you talking about? I said, you
oh my
and she
gosh.
was like,
oh man.
I said, to you, I thought you were saying he was like 18 or 21. No. I said, 6 months, y'all the same. Girl, if you don't go out with that man, I said everything else you said you wanted in a mate, especially somebody who loved the Lord.
Right.
And I said, if you don't, But I tell you what, you need to call him back, text him, find out. I said, and this time you gotta follow my rules. Cause the stuff you've been doing up to now, it don't work. I said it's not working. So you have to
Yes.
consult with me on everything you do. And she was like, I said, okay. What you've been
Hmm.
doing ain't been working. Just try it.
Right.
Just try to do what I say. And she said, okay. But what I want to ask Brian is, I asked Summer, why were you on that site? I'm asking you the same thing. So what was you doing on Match.com?
I was looking for a wife. I was looking for my soulmate. I had dated uh years prior, and I was just ready to find my soulmate. So if you had got on there in March, I think I had just signed up when
Wow.
so it was like literally I had just signed up that probably that weekend or something.
Because we started talking, it was during the week because I went to work. And the day we actually, because we
Started dating.
conversed
Yeah.
over the text.
Yeah.
And then,
And that's when the COVID actually started.
well, the day that I talked to you on the phone, and I want to say it was like March 19th, like on your
Yeah,
birthday.
it was
I'm
like
not on your birthday, but like the
That
19th.
same
yeah.
day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I want to say it was like the 19th.
Mhm.
And that day, like I was talking to him on my way to work because we had, been texting. And I was on my way to work, and I just wanted to, hear his voice. And so I called him, and we talked. We had just exchanged phone numbers,
Mhm.
and then I told him like, I was like, I'm going into work, blah blah blah, or something like that. And then that day, they was like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna shut down
Shut down
because
COVID.
COVID is coming, and and so I left. I left early that day, and then I
Wow.
got on the phone and talked to him, and
Our first time, I think the first time we actually met was at the Quick Trip.
Quick Trip.
Yep.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
The Quick Trip incident. So yeah, that was
The
it.
incident.
So, so yeah, that was different. So that Quick Trip, man. So the
So
first
you
time,
were on Match.com
yeah,
to
Mhm.
find a date.
no, a wife.
You wasn't.
You were on Match.com to find a date.
Oh yeah, date.
No,
Yeah.
and then but you got
Summer. You were on
Yes, I
Match.com
was
to
on there
find.
to get a date, but I found a wife.
no.
Oh my
Oh, no,
God!
what
Don't
answer?
say
What
anything.
answer you want me
Don't
to
say
give you?
anything. No, no.
Oh,
You were on Match.com not to find a date, but to.
mate.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what y'all want me to say.
That's
I
why
don't
y'all
know.
together. This is
Oh
why
my
you're
God.
together.
So listen, we were just talking on the
Don't
pre-show.
say nothing, Summer. No.
Oh man, you messed me up. I was on there
Me?
to mate, but I found a date.
Oh,
See, I told you messed me up with.
no,
You
no.
still ain't got it right, Brian.
Well, he's the one that was like,
I forgot what I
I
said.
got on to find a date, but I found a mate. We was like, oh, you
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Good
that's right.
job.
Yeah, that's what
And you said I should have saved that for the
I
the
did
thing.
because now I messed up. See, that's why I was trying to save it for the show. I was trying to find a date, but I found a mate.
Gosh, Sheree.
Come back, Cherie. Come
Come
back.
back, come back, come back. So you said we are
this
perfect
is-
for each other. We are
this
perfect
is-
for each other.
Why? This is why. I
Ah,
had to set up everything. And
You did.
were
You tried
like,
to set me up, and I ruined
you
it. It was a good.
Hey, some
It was a
people
you
good.
get
couldn't
on those-
remember.
I
Right.
couldn't
Some
remember. You
people-
threw me off.
Some people get on those things just to date, but I got on there to find a mate.
I
Ooh,
did
that's
say that.
good.
I said that. I told you I should have wrote it down.
Then you said this.
I
is
said
I found a mate, but I got on there to date. What? That is not. Oh my God! And I'm like, you got on there for a date? No, a wife. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness. So wait a minute. I just want to say something real quick because it's 6:39. I cannot believe this. So earlier today, right, we were talking and I was like, are we gonna be able to take up a whole hour just talking about us, about that thing? And Brad was like, I don't. What'd you say? You was
I
like,
said I've been in conversations, I've been in the room with you guys. Yes, we'll have enough. It'll
we ain't even got past the match.com.
see.
This is to be continued. This is a
Continue.
series. This is episode 1, episode 2, episode 3.
We haven't even got to.
5.
Oh my gosh.
5.
I told you.
Okay, so I just really wanted to give people I wanted to give people that they can be, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope because I waited a while. I was married before and I got divorced in 2013 and it had been a while and we met in 2020
and I was single from 2016, so it's not an overnight.
Where's she? Who is it? Who?
Oh well, she's passed on. She's passed on, but that's
okay.
why I broke up with her. But like I said, it does take time to find your mate. So like you're just saying, you don't give up. You will find that person if you're willing to, to give it
Call
to God.
me at
right,
1-800.
right.
Help me, Cherie.
That's my number.
Help me, Cherie.
1-800. Find a mate, not a date.
But I think you do have to. So like during that time, you have to heal, and I had to change. I had to because, like Cherie said, I had my list. What I was looking for and everything like that. And
I had a list too.
you have to realize what's the most important. because if what I had been doing before was going off of looks or, kind of, how they make you feel in the moment or kind of what they're saying, oh, I could, talk like this or whatever. But it's those things that are deep, the real person. Those are the things that's going to make a difference. And I had to heal and also surrender to God what I wanted and, acknowledge what he wanted and just kind of, I think it was just surrender. Like, okay, God, I surrender that, you know what's best for me. You made me, you know who I am, you know what's best for me in order to be the person that he wants me to be. And so when I met Brian, even though like, some of those physical things, weren't like check, 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 check. It was who he is as a person, his love for God, and mainly his submission to God is what drew me. And one of the things that I think that is special, and I really pray that everyone has this experience, is that I would talk to God and pray to God about different things. And Brian would come and we would talk about it, or he would bring it up to me, the things I talked to God about. So in my prayers to God, I was like, look, if I'm going to get married, God, you would have to say, this is the one. This is who you're going to marry. Because I was like, I think I hear wrong or I see wrong. I don't want to get it wrong. I felt like that was God's way of telling me and reassuring me and confirming to me, like, this is the one, because he would be hearing from God as well. He had to be in order to bring those conversations to me, and exactly what I would be asking God a question about him, and then he would come and tell me whatever it was that I asked God about. So,
and she was so excited. She'd be like, "Wait, we were talking about this. Guess what? Brian said this. Oh my God, how did he know to say that?" She was so excited, so excited. She had she had that little groove thing. I'm gonna fix him pancakes. I'm like, girl, don't be. I said, don't start no stuff. Won't be no stuff. Don't start nothing you can't finish. I'm like, you gonna be cooking him breakfast every day? I was like, okay.
Right, because we had one of the things too that's interesting about our relationship is, so it was during COVID. But this is another way, a confirmation of how I know that God was working things out. Because, like I said, the day that I talked to him, I started working from home. And at the time, we had different work hours. We had different, he's got to go, the dog is going crazy. So he had different, you hear her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Of course. So we had different work hours. He worked in the evenings, and of course, I had a day shift. And so, I don't think if COVID happened or, we were in COVID, that we would have gotten to know each other the way we did.
If COVID hadn't happened.
If COVID hadn't happened, we wouldn't have gotten to know each other that well.
Yeah. It was divine order. A lot of people curse COVID, but there were a lot of blessings as well in COVID. It really was. And that was your time to shut off from the rest of the world, that you guys got to just like spend the time. I know he would come by, he'd go check on his mom, and that was so endearing to Summer. Oh, he takes care of his mom. It's just so wonderful. I'm like, is he old enough to do that? Because he's so young.
Right.
Wow.
Yes.
But
it's just I think too.
Things. He's so handsome, and look, here's he's singing on his Facebook page. Oh, his voice.
Whatever.
I didn't know all that.
Handsome.
Wow.
Oh, look at him. Oh, I was like, oh, she's gone now. Oh, when is he gonna ask me to marry him? You just met him 3 days ago.
Oh, I was. So listen, now I will admit, I go fast sometimes. And so I
You
think
said you wanted me to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth too.
I did. I said I go fast sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, you know, all the time, maybe.
Wow.
And so I believe that it was all divine working as well because I had to go slow because it was COVID. Like, I remember when we met each other at Quick Trip. So that day, I was selling some hair. Okay, I was selling some hair to this lady, you know, on what is that?
I don't remember.
Facebook Marketplace, right? Facebook Marketplace. I was meeting her at Quick Trip, and we were on the phone, and he was like, you know, you should be careful about going up there. You know, it's one, you know, it could be crazy people, all that. And so I was like, well, you can come up here, you know, you can come up if you want to. And he was like, okay, I'll meet you up there. So this is the first time we have seen each other. Yeah. But we have been having good conversation. Like I felt really close to him. Like I could trust him and all that. So
I'm gonna meet him. He's gonna meet me at Quick
Yes.
Oh, she was excited.
Yes. I fixed myself all up and you know to go to Quick Trip to meet you. And so we get there and I'm, you know, giving the hair to this girl. And so he walks up. Okay. I thought you would have like worn like dressed up like me. You know, but you had a hoodie on. And so these are my thoughts, okay? You know, and then I was really feeling close to him. And so when he came up, you know, I was like, you don't want to give him a hug.
In COVID.
But I felt like, I was like, well, you know, how does he really feel about me? Because he was kind of shrinking back, and you know, he had
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah. The world is shut down.
But also, it was raining too. It had like started to rain or something like that. So he had, you know, he did have a hoodie on because it was cold. You know,
raining and COVID.
Yes, and I didn't have nothing on. I think I would have my.
No, you had a jacket. You had a long, like a trench coat.
Oh, I did. Okay, I had a trench coat. I don't remember that.
I do because I remember vividly.
But so later, like you know, I don't know, years later, maybe.
No, it wasn't that long.
No,
it wasn't that long.
When you told me what happened?
Well, yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah. He told me. So tell him what you told me.
Because it was COVID. That's why I didn't hug you.
Right.
Or you didn't want to hug you. You was like, oh, look at it.
Like, oh. I don't know you. We've only talked on the phone.
Yeah, I don't know you like that. I don't know where you've been.
And he was taking care of his mom, so you know he didn't want to bring anything crazy back to her. But like, so that goes to show you too, like you can't, you know, we sometimes, you know, kind of take things that people do and internalize it, and oh, it's all about me. He didn't like me. What is he? You know,
we had that conversation.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Summer, you just, I know, but he didn't kiss me, hug me, throw me on the ground at Quick Trip, you know. Like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, she didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing.
You know, it was that feeling though. It was like, what is she's tripping?
Right.
She don't realize it's COVID.
Right.
I'm all in the car like, oh my goodness. Where's my hand sanitizer?
I gotta go see about mother.
Gotta go back out in the public. This girl is touching me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And we had our first dates in the park.
Yeah, we did.
So it was very slow, you know, but it was getting to know each other, and it's what we needed to get to know each other. And I think that's why we move so fast in our relationship too. You know, some people date years, and when I'm saying fast, you know, like some people date, you know, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know,
and how long did you guys date?
A year.
He asked me to be his girlfriend after a month. I not even a whole month. It was like 3 weeks or something.
Look at her. Not even a whole month. Okay.
It was like a year that we dated. Yeah. Because then we got married in 2021.
Mm-hmm. He proposed in November.
After my car wreck.
Yeah, after his car wreck. And he saw his life flash before his eyes. He's like, oh, I can't live without Summer.
I said I can't.
He was already planning to marry me.
I was already, see? So that's
in June. He showed me, okay, look at this picture. What do you think? I'm like, it's June. They just met in March. He was like, I think. What do you think? Do you think she'll like it? I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. And she was just, he hasn't asked me yet. You just met him 3 weeks ago. I know, but I'm just, I was like, oh, yeah, she has met her mate. Absolutely. I was like, just chill, Summer. And I hold the back of one side of my head. And then over here, he's showing me a ring. And over here, he hasn't asked me yet. But
you were just going crazy. You got all kind of thoughts going in your head.
Yeah. But then he had the car wreck. He riding around with the
right, with the ring in the car.
That's another story, but that's a whole other day.
I'm like, and all this time I'm just like going crazy. Like, he hasn't asked me. What does this mean?
Right. It means that he's only known you 3 months. That's what it means. It means he didn't want to hug you in COVID.
Right. Oh my gosh.
But you had the car accident, and that just changed everything for Brian. It just made it, no, this is who I need to be with. This is who I love. Summer was already there, and you just decided, was it like a pivotal moment? You just said, it's time.
It's time. That's basically what flashed through my brain at that point. It's like, I can't put this off any longer because you never know what's going to happen. So that was basically what went through my brain when I had that car accident. Like, you know what, I might not see the next day, so I can't put this back off any further. So
I'm gonna I'm gonna read these comments.
Oh, we have comments? That's how it works?
We do. So Mia, the real K9 of Columbus, said, everybody, if you're enjoying this conversation, learning more about Brian and I, put the emojis, the ear and a heart. So ear and a heart for listening heart. And she also said, Brian, no refunds, no returns.
See? Can't do it.
She also
to Mishi.
Yay, Mishi. She also said cousins are your first best friends. Yeah, that's true. Especially in our family. Some families might not be as close, but as we're growing up, like we did so many things together as a family. So every Thanksgiving, we used to meet over our grandparents' house. They had a big Thanksgiving. It was like a family reunion every single year. And then just throughout
any given Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whatever.
Yeah, we'd be over Aunt Dean's house or Uncle Mickey's house or my dad's house or and just any given Sunday, any given Saturday, any given day of the week, So that's how our family is. So cousins are your first best friends. And if you are blessed to have that, because some people are not. Yeah. And then I don't know what this is. It looks like maybe some cookies and a cupcake. Misha, you gotta explain that because I don't know, girl. I'm gonna show it, Sheree. What is that?
Yeah.
Peanuts and cupcake or something?
Is that a squirrel? I don't know what it is.
It looks like cookies and a cupcake. I don't know what that is. Misha, you gotta explain that, girl. I don't know. Okay, so so then she says, I rewrote the whole thing. Oh, this is about the
yes.
She said, I rewrote the whole thing.
I told you it was
you had a crazy age range. You had a crazy age range. I changed the picture and everything. I think your age range was probably like 50s or 60s.
Oh my goodness.
105. Methuselah, Abraham.
Yeah, I don't know, but yes, Mishi saved my life. Okay, yeah, her and Cherie. Okay, we're very instrumental.
We tag team. Boom.
Yes. Yes. And then Mama said, yes, it was raining that night when they first met. So it, it wasn't nighttime, but it was right. Well, it was kind of dark because it was raining. So it was starting to get dark. Mama said, I told you to stick with Brian. I liked his clean Facebook pages with Christian messages. I also investigated him,
Yes, you
meaning
did.
I asked about him to his coworkers and people he went to church with. What? I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Dang. Well, Mama's an investigator.
Wow.
She's an investigator. And then she said he pre-proposed. He wanted to marry Summer 2 months after they met, and because he was pressured by Summer's uncle and brother.
Yeah, that happened too, but we talked about that last week.
That was when we
When
well,
she had
her
to
too,
fuck.
because she wouldn't give you no pizza until you answered all her questions.
Yeah, that was weird. That
Ah.
was a little traumatizing, but I got through it.
Oh. The picture with the nut and the cupcake. Oh, I'm sorry.
The volume.
I'm sorry. I get loud and when I get excited. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to work on that. Okay, so
And when you aren't excited as well.
that's true.
Just laugh.
So Mishi's emojis, they were peanuts, and so she said Cherie was eating nuts.
Oh,
So that's
when I was eating the nut. When I
right.
asked
We
her
was
if I
like,
could
what is that?
eat the cashews and sharing the
Right.
nuts. Okay,
Oh my
yes, that makes sense.
So anyway, yeah. So we just did not get a lot of our story. Ian.
I kind of told you it was going to happen that way.
And
But
I was like, how are we gonna fill an hour? He was like, I've heard you guys.
Really think that?
I did. I was like, Howard, it's just, our story, our love story. It's not gonna be.
I said, I've been in the rooms with you two. I've heard you guys talk. It's going to be, you're going to have enough material. But actually, we didn't.
Oh, I know.
We still got more. But
Well, let me play. Okay, let me play this one. What I want to play. This commercial because
Yeah, you only got 1 minute left.
my church family, our church family at One Church in Christ, we thank them for just being very supportive of us, and so we want to play this commercial from them.
Hello, family. I'm Pastor Seal, and I'd like to welcome you to One Church in Christ. Join us live this Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll be broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook Live. Come with a listening heart and be inspired. We can't wait to see you there.
Okay, so Cherie, can you put that back up? It's gone. It's dead. It's black. Hold on, let me put it on pause. I don't know. It must be somebody coming to the door. Hold on, just a second. Okay, everyone, that is our picture of us. It was beautiful. We just had a wonderful wedding. We couldn't have done it without our family's support, especially Cherie and Tony. They went and found this beautiful spot in San Antonio. Cherie helped with my bouquet, making my bouquet and my headpiece. She was with me on the phone when I was picking out my dress. I was going dress shopping. So it's just very instrumental. Oh, and that's my cake. My son sent money for the cake, and Cherie picked it out. You picked it out, right?
Yep.
Picked it out, and it was just beautiful. Like, it was a destination wedding. We got married in San Antonio on the river. Oh Lord, what is it called?
Riverwalk.
Yes. And that was my what do you call it? Bridal shower. Oh, those were the lovely ladies who helped Cherie put it together. And that was fun. That was interesting. We have lots of fun there. So yeah, it was fun. I guess I just we wanted everyone to get to know us a little bit more. I guess we just still have so much to say.
We do. But it is one story I want to kind of get straightened out. What was the story we were talking about Target today?
Okay,
yeah.
so
How did you see the
I said, okay, just so you all will know the backstory. I have MS, okay? And we were in San Antonio. This was when we were getting married that weekend. We were going to Target to, I don't know what we were doing, just getting some things
we were just shopping. I don't know.
Just shopping, just like, something to do. Oh, or were we waiting or something before we went to go eat or something like that?
We went to go shopping first.
Okay, so we went to go shopping at Target. Okay, so Tony, her husband, my cousin, dropped us off. He opened, dropped us off at the front. Mm-hmm. So we all got out of the car, walking up to the door. Now Brian and Cherie are walking in front of me. And then we're not walking. We all were kind of walking together. And then I just couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't walk anymore. I stopped before the door. My legs started like giving away. And I was like, help. I felt like the witch, the melting witch. And she was like, I'm melting. I was like, that's how I felt, like I was going down. And I was like, help. And they were already gone, you guys. They were inside of the store and the door had closed. It was one of those, the doors that, Target, they open up automatically and then you go through, and if nobody's there, they close. So that's how far away they were from me, because the door didn't open back up. Because if I was close, the door would have opened back up, but it didn't. So, and I was like, help. Okay, that's my story. And I was like,
I don't remember the doors closed.
He said he don't remember the door.
It didn't close.
Thank you.
I was trying to get you up. Tony was in the car and he see happening. You were halfway in the door out still, and you just started and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm trying to hold you up, and then
thank you.
No, that's when you guys came.
No,
we never left you. We were right
there. In the building.
We didn't leave you, and you would have been on the floor otherwise.
Thank you, Cherie.
It was like, you started going,
I can't walk. My legs. I'm falling.
Like, what's happening? I'm trying to hold you up, and then the people came with a wheelchair.
Yes.
They came with a wheelchair?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Because you was in
That's the point.
You was in Oscar boat.
You were like
Oscar boat.
You were like,
I can't move. I can't move.
When you bend over and you make that weird sound, you were like, what is happening? Well, we're walking side by side talking, just
yes.
And Brian's coming up behind us. We're talking, and then you're just what is going on? Wait, you're going down. Wait, what? And then Brian comes behind. Oh, what? And we're trying to hold you. We need to get and Tony's in the car. What's happening? He's going to park. I don't know what.
So I remember my memory is totally
totally
different. Because I was like, they were through the doors.
No, you don't remember it. You made that up, because to remember means you know what happened. That is not what happened. So you made a story up in your head. You're not remembering.
You're not remembering.
You're not remembering. You're just I'm going to the bathroom. You're making your own narrative.
Well, now we know. Okay.
Yes.
Because me and Brian were like, I had one story and he
And I
had
had
another story.
the real story. But
Mhm.
And me
what
and
really
Brian often are saying the same thing.
Yes. So that's why I said, let me get Cherie on this story, who was there too, because she knows exactly what happened and you don't.
The doors
Okay,
closed.
now we know the
on her, and she
truth.
was what? We were in that little entry area way.
But we
but-
never
Yes.
left. But we never left.
No.
We just
Okay.
walked
They
in.
got the wheelchair to you while we were in the. I'm melting.
I can't move. My leg. My
Are
leg.
they here?
I don't even
They're
remember the
already in the
wheelchair.
store.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Did y'all wheel me
We
No,
tried.
we
I
just put you in the foyer. Just put you in the chair.
in? I don't even know. I'm asking because I don't even remember the wheelchair.
'Cause you
We
wasn't-
right, because I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
did. What you think you just sat there?
I don't remember that part. I think all of my memory went away when I was melting.
Mm.
I was just going down,
And
and then it just.
On that note,
Ooh, what time is the show is over?
I know,
It's
Sheree.
7.
You know, on that note, we're gonna have to end up in episode number 3.
Yes, you just have to learn more about us through all of the episodes. We tried to get through it. I just think we
have plenty
touched
more
the,
stories.
you
We're
know,
just on the tip of the stories
yes,
of
yes,
our lives.
yes.
Oh Lord, yes.
We got a lot
But
more
the
stories.
summary is that God is good. He is the best orchestrator. You know.
Going down.
Hey,
What's up,
Tony.
What's up, Tony? I guess it wasn't that bad. Tony making an appearance.
No, he's just passing through. He likes
Oh, okay.
Got
and
you.
they can't hear any of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because it's the
So
year.
they
Oh,
can't
gotcha,
hear
gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like I said, the summary is that God is good. He's
Yes, he is.
the best orchestrator, the best author. Because who would have thought? I definitely would have thought.
Not you.
No.
You didn't. I thought it, but you no. No.
But God
Too
knew
young. Yes, he did. Yes,
that.
he did. Thank God.
And he just orchestrated, like, me being on Match.com, like saying, Lord, just, this is the last time, I'm going to try. And then for Brian to be on, it was just amazing. It was awesome. So God is good. And then for, Cherie to be in my life, to say, Summer, no, give him a chance. Don't worry about the age.
Don't worry about this.
6 months.
The 6-month difference.
Tony's younger
Wow.
than me. Oh.
Right.
My dad was younger than my mom. Oh, it was like, but you're talking about 6 months. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
And she was a good cousin. She listened,
I
sorta,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you guys are together and that I could be a part of your love story. The one part we left out, Brian. You know what I told you? You bought Summer a ring. You're supposed to buy me a ring too, cause dude.
And on that note,
I'm still waiting. I need a cousin ring.
cousin, I've never heard of that. I have to look that
Well,
up.
I'm just a whole bunch you ain't heard of.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, I need my jewelry. I need my gold.
We'll work on that.
How many years has it been?
Well, it'll be 4
4
in
in
June.
June.
Okay.
4 in
I'm hot
June.
now. Yeah. Okay.
I'm hot too. We about to get off because I got to. You see, I'm turning red, flush. It's hot
There you
in
go.
here.
Yeah, that's more stories to learn. Just more
Yes,
stories to learn.
yes.
But they are
We're like
delightful times.
onion. We're like an onion. We'll peel the layers as we go.
layers. But I love them. I love them both.
We
They
love you
are
too.
loving, kind people, and I count it a joy to be around them. When something special is happening, I always want them to be in the room with me. Always. Always.
Well, that makes me
Yeah.
feel all special and
Always.
warm inside. Thank you.
Yeah.
We love
It's
you.
getting hot
Thank
in
you for
here.
being on the
Uh-oh.
show. Hopefully, you all enjoyed this show and learning more about us. Thank you for those who have tuned in. We love you all.
And
Tune in next week
Oh,
to The Listening
Yeah.
Heart
yes.
on
Yes.
StreamYard.com. You can find them every week, Saturdays at 6 o'clock Central Time. You never know what you're going to get.
Never know.
Never know.
Never
On
know.
YouTube and Facebook.
YouTube
So
and Facebook.
yes. We'll see you next week, fam. We
Bye.
love you, Cherie. Bye.
I don't know how to end it. I guess I'll just turn this thing off and just say bye.